Okay, whoopsie. Okay, this would be part 16. If you remember last time I was working on this back window area and we left off here. What I wanted to show you was we're going to grab this to the Z and we're going to rotate it on the Y. And we're going to grab it to the Z again. We're going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, we're going to grab it to the X. We're going to bring it forward a little bit. We'll rotate it a little bit more. Rotate it on the Y. Grab it on the X just a hair. And I think that's pretty good. And rotate it Y. I think we're going to give it a little bit more angle there. There's Z. Okay, so if you notice, we got this back part. And actually, if we look at 3, let's go back to 1. Just say for the moment. Okay. Excuse me. Let's push Z. So I want to grab these 4. Push Z. We'll gradient again. Let's grab this and go Z. This goes straight up. Let's grab it. On the X, let's go forward a little bit. Right about there. Let's go Z. Let's grab these forward ones. Let's grab them on the X. Let's bring them back. And again, we can go down to the microscopic. Okay. Let's grab them on the X. Let's bring it right up until those lines match. Snap it there. Maybe grab it X just a hair more forward there. And this, if you notice, as we go up, let's take a look at this. Okay, I think what I want to do here, because if we look at the real airplane, it has more of a circle there. So one of the things I want to do, I want to grab this outside loop here. Actually, I don't want to grab the outside. I think I want to grab the inside. Scale it to the Y. Widen that out a little bit. And let's see, it looks like from above. Okay, from above, we hit Z. And let's box this. Let's actually box all 4 of these. Let's grab it to the X. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's grab this one a little bit, and this one. Scale it to the Y here. Grab it to the X a little bit. There we go. Let's grab the center one. Grab X, bring it back just a hair. Okay. And if you notice, some of these are a little bit funky from above. If we look for one, we're looking pretty good. Whoa! Except for we still have this problem here too a little bit. And I might be doing this doing this wrong. I might need to actually figure out an easier way to do this. Like using the cutting tool. Let's push A. Let's push, actually box them, then 4, box and then 4, grab it Z. There we go, that seems like more of a curve. Okay. Let's go from the top. See, and this all looks not too bad from the top, except for we have that lip pretty flat. Ah, that looks a little closer. So let's take this one, C. Grab it to the X. Let's grab Alright, let's grab this one. Okay. Let's box this one. Grab X. Let's actually grab all of these. Oops, box. Let's grab it to the X. Let's box this one. Grab it to the X. Actually, grab it to the Z, grab it to the X, grab it to the X, straight up and down. Let's grab this one. grab it to the X. Grab it to the X, move it a little bit. Grab it X. And let's grab this one, grab it to the X, bring it in some. Then you got to get these shades in here. It'll help you with some of the lines too. X. But see, sometimes the problem is when you go out, then it takes the rest of them down here. And throws them out. Grab X. Like I was stating before, if you change one dimension, grab. If you grab one set and you have them flat, and then you have all the rest, you have to turn them into straight up and down ones. It starts making problems. So, like I said, maybe part of the problem is just making this thing so maybe there's an easier way to do this. Because this doesn't look too bad, but it's kind of, if you look real close, it's kind of ganky. Let's go to object mode. As I think my front canopy came out. Like I said, this looks good from the side, but it's still kind of ganky. And I think there's got to be a smoother way to do this. And if we look at some pictures, let's go Windows. Let's go on the internet right quick. E14Y. And let's come back down into images. And we can look at some of these pictures with the back here. Oopsie. Come back in here. Okay. Here's one. So you can see that at the top it is actually kind of flat, or flat-ish, and then it curves around the sides a little bit. So the trick would be how to draw this and get a real smooth edge on it. Because mine isn't too awful bad, but like I said, that's kind of what it looks like. But I think there's got to be an easier way we can attach this on here. Go to edit mode, edit mode. We actually need to grab all of these. Grab them to the X. Oopsie, we're in, should have hit Z. I'll hit box. Grab the X, bring it back there. As you can see the canopy frame a little better now. Box, grab X. Let's grab this box, grab X, and more like about that. Let's see, then maybe this one. Grab Z just a hair. Okay. So that is what that kind of looks like. But if we go to 7, you can see that in 7, that we need to do some let's see right here. Scale Y. Okay, next one. Okay, scale. Actually, that one doesn't look all that bad. It looks out of place because of the next one, I think. So I hit A. Box in this next one. And actually, that one don't look too bad. Let's go to the next one. Let's scale it to the Y. Let's bring that in just a hair. Let's grab the next one. Let's scale it to the Y a little bit. Let's grab this one up here, which is obviously way off. Scale it to the Y. There we go. Let's check that out. Okay, let's go to edit mode. Let's go to object mode. That seems a little better. And that's just from playing around. Like I said, there's probably an easier way to have done this. Like I probably could have made a cylinder with a crap load of vertices, but it would have put a lot of points into this plane. So this looks good from the side. doesn't seem to look too awful bad from the top, although it's a little breaky in a few places. Like, let's go back to edit mode. Like, one thing we might do is add a loop cut here. And we'll put a loop cut here, Control R. Okay, and then we'll select the loop cuts. And let's push Z. Let's scale to the Y and bring those out just a smidgen. And then we can come back up onto these ones here. Scale this to the Y, bring those in just a hair. Grab them to the, oh, we don't want to actually grab them to the X. Want to leave those B. Okay, let's try that. Let's hit Z. Let's go to object mode. Yeah, that gave it a little bit of smoothness. We'll go 1. Shape. So, I said I'll think about that and I'll play with that a little bit. I think what I'll do is once I draw this window frame out and then put this frame around that and get the back end drawn on it, I will see how that turns out. And I will let that be my decider if I want to redraw that or if that's good enough. I think that'll be good enough for model quality. Once we actually texture this thing and put rivets on it and we got glass covering it over, then that little bit of roughness won't be a big deal. Okay. So let's go to edit mode. I don't want to take really super long on this tonight. And this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. Let's go Z. Let's box this one right here, which actually we're boxing 2. Let's extrude this to X. Let's come over here. Basically where that line was. And I'm basically just guessing that that's fairly straight up and down from our other vertice. And we have ways of testing that. Okay, let's go. I went Control 3, and what I want to do is I want to box this, and I want to box this, and Control 3 again. Now if you notice, those actually are almost straight up and down from the ones that are above, which we don't want. We want to scale this to the Y. And we kind of want to guess the taper of the airplane there. Which I would guess right about there. I think that would look good. Okay, we'll push A. Look at it from 7. Maybe even a little bit more. But so far that looks pretty. Actually, we could have left them yellow so we can see which ones I'm talking about. Let's box them right quick. Whoopsie, Control Z. We just want this one here. Okay, let's look at this from the top. And still, even that point, that line's pretty straight. But I don't think that looks too bad. We'll leave that there for now because we can always alter it. Okay. So what I want to do now, I want to go to line mode. We're going to add a face. We're going to click this line, and we're going to shift. Click this line, and we're going to click this line, and we're going to add a face. We're going to push F, then A. We're going to do the same thing over here. This is going to get a little bit. Okay, click, and click, and click. F. And A. Now, if you remember, this area here is actually where the machine gun is stowed. It's in this back area right here. Okay. Now, a trick I can use for this, so I can actually go to face mode. I can even do it in one, but I'm going to do it at an angle so you can see what I'm doing here. Click this face, we're going to delete it. And the same with this one here. And the reason I did that, because we'll add that face back in there. But what we want to do is we're going to see how many dots are from the outside here. Actually, we need to go to vertice mode. And we're going to go to 7. This is going to get a little tricky here. We're going to box. Actually, I'm going to get control right hold, because I want to grab these. No, actually that's kind of not going to work either. This is almost where it would be advantageous to go into mirror mode. And I think actually, let's deselect this. We're going to leave this here. Let's go back to object mode. And this is video number 16, I believe, and I will label it appropriately. And what I haven't done on this is I haven't gone and pre-practiced on it and figured out what I'm going to do. So when I draw this, I was just kind of going along. But I'm going to play with this a little bit, and then I'm going to get back to you on this and show you what we're going to do with this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.